Hey everyone, it's Victor here, and welcome to scotTRANS. Now, today we are talking about misgendering. Misgendering, the bane of my life. Now, if you want to know what misgendering means, if you've never heard of it before, if you're new to all of this trans stuff and you want to know what misgendering means, basically, misgendering is people gendering you incorrectly. So, for example, people using female pronouns for myself. Or in the case of a trans woman, someone that wants female pronouns, is someone using male pronouns for that person. Basically just getting it wrong. But misgendering can also be using people's wrong names and being called madam or sir, or just, the wrong titles for people. That's also a form of misgendering. Misgendering basically means being gendered the wrong way. People tend to misgender people accidentally. That is the most common misgendering, is walking out there feeling like you're passing. I've done this, I've gone out, I've been looking at myself in the mirror yeah, I feel like I'm really passing today. And then, especially pre-T, I would go up to a counter, want to buy something, open my mouth, my voice would be much higher than a usual male voice, and they would be like, thank you, miss, thank you very much, have a nice day, miss. And yeah, I would die inside. That's the most common misgendering I have come across, is strangers, people that don't know me. Misgendering is complicated though, because it can happen for weird reasons. It can happen because you don't fit to that person's idea of that gender. I have heard stories of people in different countries, cis people going to different countries, guys with long hair, maybe guys that wear makeup, and people thinking they're women. Not trans guys, cis guys, being misgendered because they have long hair and they're wearing makeup and, a bit of eyeliner, earrings, jewelry. Feminine things, apparently, according to society. So it's not just trans people that get misgendered, cis people get misgendered as well, but it may be funny for cis people to be misgendered. It might be like, oh, that's hilarious, someone thought I was a girl. For a trans person, it's painful. It's very triggering. It reminds you of your past and where you've come from, and yeah, it's not a nice time. Being misgendered is pretty bloody awful. And in my case, it causes a lot of problems because I like to present in quite a flamboyant fashion. If you haven't already noticed, I like to wear eye makeup, I like to wear foundation, I like earrings, I like wearing gothic clothing with lace cuffs and interesting jeans with embroidery on them and those kind of things. Now that makes people misgender me much quicker because they judge me on what I'm wearing and what I look like. And sometimes I have wanted to give up and just been like, do you know what, I'm just not going to dress in the way I want to. I am just going to present like the most normal guy ever, and maybe people will not misgender me. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works, my friends. I have had days where I've presented very, very normie, straight, cis guy. Ugh. And I've still got misgendered. So it's not that simple. It's not just the case of, dressing in a certain way so you will pass and people won't misgender you. Everyone has a different idea of what a man looks like, what a woman looks like, what a non-binary person looks like. Everyone has a different idea of what that is. So sometimes being misgendered cannot be avoided, especially with strangers. When it's people in your family, obviously you can discuss it. You'd be like, I want these pronouns, this name. You can talk about those things with your friends and family. People that you're going to see and rub up against, every day. People at work, acquaintances, people you're going to talk to. But strangers, that's something we can't really avoid, unfortunately. And that's been very hard to accept. That's very hard to accept as a trans person, to realize that people may always misgender you. Because passing is strange and mysterious. And you should not try to fit into a box just so people will gender you correctly. If that's the only reason you're doing it, just be yourself. Go out there, be yourself. If you know who you are, then that's all that matters. Other people will judge you in so many ways, not just about your gender, but about, what colours you like, what clothes you like, what football team you support, or... I don't know anything about football, but you know what I mean. So, at the end of the day, misgendering is unpleasant, but sometimes we can't avoid it. And I think letting go of that feeling when someone misgenders you, of that kind of like horrible, like internalized like hatred and just that horrible feeling. Try to just let go of that. And I know that's like, it's like, oh really, Victor? Try to let go of that. Not gonna happen. I know exactly what you mean. I find a good technique is trying to pretend you're cis. When someone misgenders you, it's just like, you thought I was a girl? Oh, no, I'm not a girl, I'm sorry. You made a mistake and that's funny, we'll laugh about it. You know, if you can kind of make a joke about it, if possible, that can really help. I've tried to do that on occasion. Just be like, yeah, I'm a boy. Like, no one can say otherwise. If you have that confidence in yourself, then you can kind of destroy that whole bad feeling you get when people misgender you, because you're just like, God, you're stupid. You thought I was a girl. So that is one technique that I use to kind of like battle that feeling. Just stand your ground, you know. You are the gender you are. Like, you just are. It's a fact. You don't need to prove it to anyone. So if someone misgenders you, it does not mean anything whatsoever. It doesn't change you. It does not change you one bit. Just because someone calls me miss doesn't mean I'm suddenly just gonna like sprout a pink dress and pigtails. I know that's a terrible example because we shouldn't be talking about what girls are expected to wear or look like. But you get my joke. Just because someone calls me miss doesn't make me female. But if you've experienced misgendering, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this world is so weird. I don't take responsibility for that. But I'm just saying I'm sorry. But anyway, I hope this video made sense. It was very rambly and crazy. But I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. And remember to watch all the other videos that everyone else has done for this week. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you next Sunday.